Okay. Okay.
In every family, there's that one uncle, cousin, or aunt that just ain't right. But for whatever reason, you love them anyway. It's the family.
A son does not want to hear his mother say, skeet, skeet.
It's the family. The Family Radio Podcast.
Yeah, don't have your kids cussing on the internet, but do have your kids dancing on the internet. Ooh, kill them, kill them.
The Family Radio Podcast with T-Boogie and Chill Will.
It's the family. Yep, it's Chilly Willy, Chill Will. I'm here, and I'm rolling solo on this episode. How you guys doing out there? Doing good? I've been getting your emails and your text and all that good stuff. Yeah, I know we haven't given you a fresh episode, but check this out. We're going to give you 2 this week. Yep, that sounds kind of crazy, but we are going to give you 2 this week. This is the first one with me. And later this week, we're going to drop one with me and Boog. Boog will tell you what's been going on with her. I can only speak for me. You know, it's crazy out there right now. You know, we got what? We got the monkeypox going on. COVID still going crazy. Gas prices are out of control. With me, I'm in the process of moving. I got to move before the end of this month. Just to kind of give you a backstory, long story short, a lot of y'all knew I was in D.C. A lot of people still think I'm in D.C. Not in D.C. I moved back down to Florida, so I'm in Tampa now. Found a nice spot, and this was like pre-COVID, so I got a good price on it. Everything was cool. I told the landlord that, you know, I wanted to be there more than a year because I hate moving. I hate that whole moving process. But they was just like, oh, well, let's try it for a year first. Okay, whatever y'all want to do. So it's been a year now. COVID has hit. The market is crazy right now because I was gonna buy after a couple of years, but you know the market is going crazy. And my landlord basically said that, hey, we're going to go up on the rent. And they were going to go up a crazy amount. And I said, no, I'm not paying that. Not going to happen. So I had to find somewhere else, which I did. And in me finding the spot, you know, I like to turn over the leaf and find some places that are like out of the ordinary. So I found a former church that was repurposed and they made lofts out of the church. And so while I'm walking through the place, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure people going to have some issues about this. So when I left the place, I stopped by my boy Orlando's house. Orlando's the program director at Wild 94.1 down here in Tampa. Owen the Freak Show. He does the morning show down here. And actually, when I lived in Tampa before, I worked for Wild and I produced the morning show. I was on the morning show also with him. So I stopped by his house. I was like, hey, man, let's talk. I think I got a morning show topic for y'all. And I think it's going to be crazy. So, yeah, would you live in a former church? A lot of people are just like, I don't know about that. So make sure you go to our IG page, which is The Family Radio. I'm going to put up some pictures of the space, and you can see it, and you can see how it looks. But sit back, relax, because I'm going to actually take a piece of the radio show and put it into this podcast because they talked about it, and you'll see the crazy things that people said. And it was just funny. It was a funny thing to do. So I'm going to make that part of this podcast. Like I said, me and Boo are going to give you another episode this week. Should be coming at you probably Friday. Once again, thank you. Like I say, thank you to all of our fans that are out there. The Family Radio. That's us on Instagram. If you go to our link, our bio link, that'll take you everywhere else. Anywhere you need to be, that'll take you to our Twitter, our YouTube. It'll take you. You can email us there. You can go to Boogie's Instagram, go to my Instagram. You can all of our past episodes. Everything is right there. So go to Instagram, The Family Radio, and just hit the link in the bio. It'll take you everywhere else. And we'll definitely be back with you this week with another episode. Thanks for tuning in. All right, peace.
All right, so what I did was yesterday, my man Will comes over and he's like, "Yo, dude, I've been at it with my place. They trying to jack up my rent like $900 or whatever." And he's like, "Man, I'm on a 5. You know, he works here at McDill, so he's on a contract here. So people who rent usually know they got somebody for 5 years, so they don't like work with you. these people wouldn't work with him, so he had to find someplace else.
$900.
Yeah, like 900, just like off rip. Like, hey, so in 17 days, you owe me. Like, he's like, yo, dude, like, I'm on a budget. Like,
man.
so you knocking that. So he's like, I'm going to find me someplace else.
That's the worst letter you could find on your door.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't trying to have anything on your door is not fun.
And plus, everything else is getting more expensive.
Yeah.
So, here's a $900 bump for you.
Right.
So what do you do?
So he had to reach out to a realtor, and they found him this place that he had to come and see. And when he pulled up, he took a snapshot of it and sent it to me. He's like, dude, look at the new place I'm checking out. And I was like, why'd you send me? You sent me the wrong picture. You sent me a picture of a house, of a church. And he's like, yeah, that's it. And I said, well, you living with the priest? And he's like, no, they retrofitted this church with residences. Now they're lofts. And I'm like, shut up.
Wow.
I'm like, what, heavenly? He's like, yeah, shut up, dude. Not funny. So he's sending me these photos. And I'm like, oh, my God, is that stained glass? Like, that's Jesus glass.
Oh, so
that's
it's still
real.
church.
It's still church, but inside, they didn't hardwood floors,
Oh, there's
spiral,
no pews.
staircase.
Okay.
Well, there's a pew at the front door.
Oh, my Lord.
Like, so it's like, and
The
when you come
kept
in,
one.
like, because there's like the, you know how the doors at the church, you got like a right door, a left door, and you got two big
Double
doors in the middle.
Yes.
All right, so the two big doors in the middle go into the lobby where now you go up to your separate units. But the two doors on the side are separate lofts in themselves. So those are your front door. Your front door is the front of the church. Now, it ain't a church no more.
Right.
But it was for such a long time.
And it looks like it.
And it looks so much like it that I told him, dude, I could never come to your house.
Really?
For the game.
Oh.
Like, as much as we talk noise on the
What?
game, like, I couldn't come to your house when your house, I mean, bro, we lead a club.
Yeah.
And we got some little ladies that want to hang. I can't come to your house to hang.
Does he have his own room, or does he have like a common area that he like has a bed in or something like that?
It's like a loft where the bed is, and then the downstairs is the kitchen and all that stuff. And then it's kind of, I mean, it's nice the way it's laid out inside.
Does he have
when
a
you
door
look up,
he could close for privacy, or is it everything kind of like shared? Do you know?
I think it's a loft, so everything is kind of an open space.
Yeah, open space.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, there's no closed door.
But my thing is
technically.
just
Studio.
the fact that I can't listen to, you can't smash. You can't listen to music.
This is coming
You
from
can't-
somebody
you
that's
can't
actually had
elevate your
sex
mind.
in a church before.
Who? I did not. I've never had sex in a church, Meredith. I had sex in a church parking lot
Okay.
that I did not know was a church building at the time. Had I
right.
had I known that,
My
I wouldn't have been able to.
Okay.
But I'm saying, my daughters, I pick them up from school and they go to school at a private school that's at a church.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I pull up into that parking lot, I could be dropping off lunch. I could be dropping off something for the school or whatever, paperwork. Anytime I pull into that parking lot, I lower what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
Because I can't listen to like Ratchet Trap. I can't listen to Cardi or none of that while I'm there because I'm on church ground.
So what do you listen to? You just turn it off altogether?
Either turn it off or turn on sports or turn on something, but I make sure that the music is changed when I'm pulling in.
That shows how you were raised, too.
Right, and so that's what I'm saying. I could not, but some people are saying that they could. And I'm like, could you go home date night and tear down what you need to tear down living in church?
Mm-hmm. But it's not a church. The church that's not a church.
Yeah, it was.
If you got stained glass windows, right, that's church.
I'm okay with this, especially it's hard times. I think that Jesus would be like, listen, you got to do what you got to do.
No, Jesus.
Yes,
would
he
not.
would.
No, Jesus don't change.
What's the
$900 extra
alternative?
Yeah,
What's the alternative,
the street.
Jesus don't
Being
change.
broke.
We done got this far down in the real estate woes that we staying in churches now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, bruh.
Yeah.
Nah.
I think this is a good option.
You can't do that.
Churches are spacious. They have those high ceilings.
This is an upgrade. High ceilings, the stained glass windows. That's an upgrade.
probably
You'd
saving
be
half.
comfortable medicating in the
In
church?
church.
Yeah.
You'd be comfortable.
I think it would be great. I think it would be a whole story to
I
tell.
think you're going straight to hell.
Nah.
I think
God
so.
put it here for us.
God didn't put it here for it happening in the church.
Yeah, well, everything happens for a reason. That church ain't a church no more. It's a former church.
It's a former church. Now, somebody just texted in, what about the Tabernacle in Atlanta? That's a live
What is
music
that?
venue. It used to be a church, and they gutted it. Now they have concerts inside the Tabernacle. Yeah, and Limelight in New York is the same way. It used to be a church, and now it's a club.
I like those repurposed buildings, like
Yes.
the bank vaults that
Those are
become
so
like
cool.
venues.
For
But
weddings.
it's not a church anymore. It's like it's been
It's
renovated.
exactly. You said it's not
inside. It's
anymore.
been renovated, but it looks no. This one looks like a church still.
It looks like it from the outside, but on the inside, when you're in the set apartment or studio, it looks just like normal.
Can I ask you ladies something? All of the dating persuasion, if you meet a guy that you enjoy and you say, hey, why we got to go home? Let's go back to your place and have some drinks. And you pull up to a church and he's like, come on in. Isn't that going to scream axe murderer? I'm just saying. Ain't it going to scream axe murderer? I know y'all would just, the panties would be locked. There's no way you going in there doing the duty.
Do you think that the fact that it's a church would bother people more than the fact that you're sharing this space with a bunch of people? Do you think that adds to it?
They split up big homes and stuff all the time.
They definitely have separate
Especially in
living
South Tampa.
arrangements.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
they have it's not like you in a group home. It's everybody got their own doors.
Right.
Okay.
And everything else. It's like you have your own loft. It's just your loft is everything is open.
Right.
You
in
in
your
cell block
space.
C.
Right. Yeah. You living in a church. What is this? A halfway house? Is that?
We got a text from our boy Captain Bones, one of the biggest Bucks fans on earth.
For real.
He said he used to rent out a studio in a building that was a former morgue, that's where the name Captain Bones began.
Whoa!
You couldn't do it.
I thought
Come
it was
on, dog.
bone for something
Come
else.
on, dog. Really? You living in a former morgue?
Former morgue.
It still got death all
Hell
in
no,
it.
I'm not living in a morgue.
Like for real.
Church sounds much cleaner.
Wait. On line one, hold on. You say God moved out.
Man, listen here, man. God moved out, man. That's no longer the vessel of God anymore, man.
What do you mean it's no longer the vessel? You know how many spirits isn't spirit a thing? Like, I mean, you had funerals.
Yeah.
You had all kind of stuff in there. Like
Exorcisms.
that stuff, the exorcisms. Yeah.
Listen here now, man. The Bible says, God says, come as you are. You hear me?
Yeah.
It's this how I'm coming. You hear me?
Yeah, I can't walk around in my drawers in the front of the church.
Hey, the Almighty said, come as you are. That's how I'm coming, man. If I got to light something up to get my mind right in here, hey, I feel like I'm closer now with him.
There you go.
I appreciate you, man. Chef D on the phone. What's going on?
Yo, what up, Bo? How
Hey,
you, man?
I'm doing good, man. Converting churches is not new, but it still is new in your spirit. I don't feel right with it.
Dude, nah, I agree with you 100%. This chick that I used to date, she's one way for Ferragamo, and I believe they used to do the shows right there in the church. But it converted, it was a club. It was a goth club. They were all black. It was pentagrams. I heard Dharma, one of them dudes, used to hang out there and he found one of his victims in there. Yo, man, it ain't cool. I was creepy. Walked up in there. I couldn't even stay. I was like, yo, baby, I got to go. You fine, but I can't stay.
Wow.
It's creepy is the right word.
Was at the door. Yo, dude, pews. They had this red lights in there. It all looked like blood. I don't know, man. It was freaky as hell. And
Yeah.
they went with the theme that it was a church, and they were in there with God. Yo, I was like, y'all are wilding out up in here. For
Yeah,
real.
creepy is the best word. It feels creepy. It feels like you are dating somebody who got some bad intentions. Like
Well,
I just to me,
It is
just
hard
to me.
times, Orlando. It's
there
hard
were-
to find a good, affordable place to live.
Right, and I mean the prices. I mean they giving it away. Like the lady was like, "Hey, I think they knocked off she knocked off some of the part of the deposit and all this other stuff."
it sounds
and I'm
like-
you're not hearing anybody doing this kind of stuff. I'm like, is that lady a priest?
This is a gift from God.
Is she a nun? Like, because it seems like she's such a giving person. It don't really seem like she's in the real estate business.
Right.
We got a text out to 727. It says, I was raised Catholic, and there's no way I could do anything naughty in a church or a former church. It's just way too sacrilegious for me.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't be so
And I went to
uptight.
Catholic school for 10 years. That's the guilt that I think I have.
Do you think you would get over that after living there for a couple months?
Sure.
I
Or every
don't-
time you look at those windows?
No, because I told you my kids been going to this school for 9 years. Every time I pull up, I still turn down the radio because I'm like, Lord, it was cussing on veterans. I don't want to be cussing.
I know this is different, but out of the 813, it says they're doing this with office buildings now. I saw it first up in Indiana. They turned an old Verizon building into studio one-bedroom apartments. Then over in Tampa, I think they're doing it at the corner of Dale Mabry and Sly. I saw a sign for the building, one studio, one-bedroom apartments for rent.
Yeah, we got another text that says, look, it's cool to modify old buildings, but not churches. We're renovating the old Perfecto Garcia cigar factory in Ybor into apartments. Now, those are going to be awesome.
Those are going to be cool.
Yeah, you guys
Yes.
could definitely. I mean, all of these like dilapidated, like like Kmart's and whatever. They making all kinds. I think King of Diamonds used to be a Kmart.
I would take a church over a
Yeah,
dilapidated
Kmart.
Kmart.
Do you know KOD? You remember? You been in KOD?
No.
I'm sorry.
Trying to
I
get
don't
him
know what I was
caught
saying
up,
right there.
Orlando.
That used to be okay. Well, if you ever visit, you will notice that it is very nice, and it used to be like a Kmart or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was switched up.
I've seen a club. I believe it's in Jacksonville. That used to be a Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
and it's like a big.
It's a big old
That
club.
sounds like Jacksonville to me. It
Sounds
sure does.
just like
Duval. Thank you very
No, it
much.
do sound like that. Wait, Tammy's on the phone. Tammy, if you the man takes you to his house and you pull up to the front of the church house now, can you go in there and do your damage?
No. Because the first thing I'm gonna have to say is, Lord, please forgive me if I do. You're gonna have to repent. But there's no way in the world. There's no way in the world, because my conscience would eat me up, because I know God is looking at me like, what you doing?
Right, and God can be watching you at your house easy, but in a church, that's like, that's over the line.
That's too close for comfort.
Right.
No, sir. There's
Right.
no way I can do that. No.
You can't have that girlfriend of yours sleeping over, living in sin in the house that God used to be in. No.
Heck, no. Start repenting right now. Lord, please forgive me.
Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it, sweetie.
We got a text out to 813. It's a little long. It says, I can't make this up. About 10 years ago, my pastor was looking for a new church, and we found this amazing big location near Ybor City. The first time we showed up to start cleaning the stuff out, there were all types of separate rooms in the back in a big open space. Every room was decorated differently in a different color. It was immediately obvious that they used to record adult movies in this location. An easy Google search of the address confirmed that for us. And when we went back in the rooms and started cleaning the boxes out, there were hundreds and hundreds of porn VHS tapes.
Well, we got to do some research.
Wait. They didn't cancel the sale?
I don't think so.
Well,
See?
no, you're not.
Just gut it.
No.
Go ahead.
No, but they said that was putting a church in there.
Yeah, the pastor was looking for a bigger spot.
Well, God would want that.
But wait, no,
It's
God would want
converting
that.
the naughty.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
That's
true.
the same way you can't do sin.
What?
In a place that used to be the God's house is the same way you can't be in God's house and take it to the place
That's
where
not
they
true.
used to do
Former
porn.
sinners.
You can't where they used to shoot porn.
that
Right.
building has now found the Lord.
That's right.
Yeah, it has been cleansed.
Jesus brought in prostitutes and everybody.
Dude, those were his
Jesus
homies.
Jesus say bring him home though.
No.
He didn't bring him home.
Where'd he go? Where'd he
he
take him?
he out there to the park. He's like, I'm gonna lay hands on you out here in public. You're not coming to my house. Jesus ain't take no hookers to the house. No, don't talk about my Lord like that. He ain't do that. That's not right.
Orlando and the Freak Show. Mornings from 6 to 10. Wild 94.1.
The Family Radio Podcast
Bitch is going down. You heard me. You already know.
with T-Boogie and Chill Will.